I saw a really interesting question asked on social media this morning. The person wanted to know about questions you should not ask an opera singer after they sing, or just in general. I think was the gist of it. And of course, I answered the question and talked about my recent run-in with a troll who was feigning concern about the really normal veins in my neck. And if you're around singers, you notice that some of us show some veins in the neck, and it really doesn't mean anything about anything. And I thought that was a pretty good answer to the question. I mean, if you listen to someone's performance and your conversation topic is something like their skin or their weight or something like that wasn't really a crucial component of that performance in any way. I mean, you're a dick. Um, okay, fine, but is that the worst question? I don't think so. I got to thinking, what's the worst question you can ask an opera singer? Especially, let's say that you like their performance. What is it that people often say, especially to young singers who just sang the shit out of something? They say something like, "That was really awesome. Who's your teacher?" And it seems like, well, I mean, that's innocent enough, right? You want to know, well, who is the source of this awesome singer? Who is their influence, I guess. But you're not asking who are your influences. That's a question you ask an adult. Whereas who is your teacher is a question that you ask a child. And that got me thinking about the complaints people have about the general level in opera. And they say that it has something to do with the teaching. And that got me thinking, well then, maybe this teaching business isn't the answer. Maybe the answer to your complaints about the general level in opera going down is that somewhere along the line, we stopped treating performing artists in classical singing as if they are adults. They always had to kind of fight to be treated like adults. But for a time, they were kind of winning that fight, especially in like the mid 20th century. You know, the singers themselves had a lot of power when it came to making artistic decisions. And today, how we sound, the technique that we use, our musical philosophy, our taste in phrasing, our taste in rhythm and diction, all of these things are considered somebody else's decision. We do have some say, but only insofar as we can follow one teacher or another teacher and then accept someone else's art and sort of represent it. But we're not treated as if we are representing ourselves when we get up there. We are treated as if we represent the mastermind, the teacher. And it occurred to me that this is the central problem that Mr. Opera is really here to help address. The point of this channel is to try to take some of that power back for singers. To say, actually, we are adults And what we think about how we would like to sound and how we would like to look and what we think about musical phrasing and diction and all these things, that's the most important opinion in the room. And that we should fight to make sure that that opinion is considered relevant. And that we should not really tolerate being treated as if we are children. So when you see the way that Mr. Opera, who is really just a character, but the way that he responds to people who attempt to objectify or infantilize him, that's actually meant as a kind of, it's a practice for me, but also it's a kind of modeling for you of maybe some options you could think about for interacting with this world of people, this whole class of people who are supposed to be here to help you become a good artist, but who, if you're not careful, will take your money and take your money and take your money all the way to the end without ever giving you something to show for it that you can call your own. So I'm inviting you to stop. If you're a fan of opera, if you're involved with singing competitions, if you're involved with young artist programs, and you're interacting with young singers, what I'm calling on you to do is to stop using this question. Stop saying, who is your teacher? And start saying, who are your influences? Start talking to that young artist as if they are an adult, if you expect them to grow into an adult artist that you can take seriously.